We can also determine if an educational materials belongs to OER if it has this 5 R's. The 5 R's of OER are, number one, we have the reuse. Content can be reused in its unaltered form. So if you need or if you downloaded an assessment and you find it very useful to your own classroom or to your own use, then you can reuse it. Then retain. Users have the right to make, archive, or own copies of the content. So you can save it in your local computer, whatever you have downloaded, and you want to have it as a reference later in your own, in whatever you wanted that to be used. Revised content can be adapted, adjusted, and modified or altered. So if you downloaded, for example, a software and you wanted to modify it to make it more usable for you or that could fit to your needs, then you may do so. Remix is you have access the original, for example, courseware and has a lesson plan, all the products, all the syllabus, and then you want to remix, or if you have an original work that you have, then you can remix it. Then it's up to you if you want to share it. Redistribute. So when you say redistribute, you have access the copy, for example, and then you use it, then you share. Or it could be you use or you adapt or you modify a certain material or you remix a certain material. So after mixing or modifying it, you can or you may distribute it. So you can also do that. So those are the 5 R's of OER. So if the material you had downloaded can be reused, retained, revised, remixed, and redistributed, then this material is an OER. So what are the benefits of OER to teachers and students? So for teachers, OERs are fully developed by others and do not require you to build your own lesson materials from scratch. So it saves time in building lesson exams and classwork. So because if you're gonna download it and if you need to revise or modify something, then it's easy and it really saves your time. Number 2, OERs are openly licensed to be modified, remixed, and reused in your classroom without paying or requiring copyright permission. So whenever you downloaded a courseware or, for example, a lesson or an assessment, so you can modify it according to what you need, or you can remix it with your original work, then remix it with the one that you have downloaded without worrying about the copyright issue. So because once this is an OER, automatically authors knew already that this material is under Creative Commons licenses. Number 3 is OERs can easily be linked to or added to Sakai without requesting permission to duplicate them. So this material of mine, I downloaded this from Duke University Library. So they named their OER repository as Sakai. So it means that number 3 means that you can redistribute, you can own it, you can download, you can duplicate the materials, and you can upload or share it in any OER repository. For the students, OERs do not have cost, so students do not have to pay prohibitive prices for textbook. So highly quality resources for education are being produced and used in some educational institutions. So most of the OER are produced or product of educational institutions because an OER has also an open textbook. So students can use that, can reuse that without worrying about the price. And anyone with an internet connection can access the materials without paywalls. So access for students of off campus or remotely is less problematic. So you don't, students, as long as they have internet, can access the materials remotely without securing or without username and password. Students can preserve access to class materials after the course ends. No rented textbooks to return or sell. Okay, so students can preserve or can own the material, can retain the materials in their local computer, and whenever they need it, they can access it.